Properties of logarithms. All right, we got three basic properties of logarithms we're going to work with. Those are the product property, the quotient property, and the power property. Now, if we think about this in terms of exponents, let's think about the product property. If I multiply two terms with the same base, different exponents, let's say, I add the exponents when I multiply them. And that flows through to the product property of logarithms. So let's look at this first one. Here we asked, I guess I should start there. Express each logarithm in terms of common log of 5 and common log of 3. Well, let's see. Let's think about 75. Well, 75, if I divide 75 by 3, let's see, 75 equals 3 times 25. And I could say then that that equals 3 times 5 squared. Okay, so now I'm about to get this in terms of log base 5 and log base 3. So I'm going to use here both the power property and the product property. And so let's just express this then in log base 3 and log base 5. So I could then say that this is log, get a little bit better handwriting here, the log of 3 plus, remember, if we're thinking about exponents, I add them. Now, 5 squared, the product property, the power property would say I would take that 5 squared, that exponent, and move it out front. So I'd have 2, remember I'm getting that from right there, log 5. All right? And you can put that in your calculator, log of 75. And then put log of 3 plus 2 times the log of 5. And I think you'd find you'd have the same answer. Now let's see, log of 5.4, that's a little bit trickier. What should I do? Well, what if I express this 5.4 in fraction form? That would be 54 over 10, right? That's 5.4, isn't it? It is. All right, let's see. Now, I could reduce that, though, by 2. Both of those are divisible by 2. 54 is divisible by 2, and I would get then 27 over 5. Let's see, 27. I'm thinking in terms of something 3. Well, 3 cubed is 27, so I could then say this is 3 cubed over 5. So I've got the power property. Again, like what we just saw there, and then I've got the quotient property. So remember, when we divide exponents, we subtract the exponent, and that property, similar, is going to flow through to the properties of logarithms. So I can express the log of 5.4 as, let's see, I'm going to come down here. Well, I'm going to use the power property, bring that 3 raised to the 3rd power cubed. Let's say we got 3 times the log of 3 minus, because I'm dividing, the log of 5, quotient property. Power property, quotient property. In the second one, we use the product property and the power property in the first one. And Shazam, test it out. Put in your calculator the log of 5.4 and then go in there and say 3 times the log of 3 minus the log of 5. See if we get the same answer, and we should, because we've used the properties of logarithms. And shall we say, Shazam!